Good morning, you guys. How are ya? Monday. So, so many things going through your head. Third lockdown and challenges, boredom, fear. I just was making the connection between a fitness initiative. With this pandemic, we're going into like the marathon, and that's what I was alluding to in my post. We're going through the marathon with this pandemic, and it's no different what you're going to go through for what you're going to go through in your fitness. You're going to have challenges, you're going to have moments of inspiration and total desperation. And I was thinking to myself today, I'm not letting it get to me. And figuring out, okay, what's my new initiative? What's my new thought? What's my new mantra? And it always comes down, and I without a word of a lie, you guys, I work it right back down to me, my mental health, and my physical health. It's the only thing we have control of. It's the only thing that, I mean, it's a positive initiative, right? You can see from one day to the next the effects of your workouts. Whether that be, discomfort, dissatisfaction, pain, something happened that you have to grasp and take control of. All right? And if it's all good, you're moving forward and gaining strength. That's awesome. So that's my little moment on the pulpit. I had to do a really big pep talk for myself this morning. And then I was so grateful. A couple people texted me this morning, and I go, see, I can still be engaged with other people, transferring, maybe some help, so that we can all get through this together. I brought out my plant today too. I said, I'm going to look at that plant all day long. It is blooming, and against all odds, it's blooming, and so will we. Let's just move on, you guys. Everything positive from here on in. Band fly and push-ups, okay? Use it for a warm-up. Yeah. Or if you're feeling mighty strong and mighty today, go into your push-ups and tackle them. But this, I think I'm going to use it. I'm just going to tuck this out a little bit. Right here. Okay, so we're doing those band flies. And my resistance is light right now. If I were to hold on to that tighter, I'll get a tighter, obviously, resistance. But for this first set right here, I'm going to feel how everything's working. Tight core, right? Feel how that is affecting all the way down to your toes. Good? Yeah. These muscles are all working to stabilize. So they're isometric contracted. An iso contraction is forceful. So feel the effects all the way down and make adjustments. If you need to stop and stretch out, you're going to do that, okay? My first set of push-ups is right here. There we go. Okay. I don't know why I got some straight. Yeah, I do know why, for goodness sakes. As soon as you say, I don't know why I have this pain, you know what? It always goes back to something. So I was cleaning up the, this weekend I was cleaning up the upper deck, and I had taken an old rug out there to use for a couple of years before I threw it out. So finally it had to go. And it's wool. And I had to throw it over and drag it. So that and a mattress. I was lugging around and stuff. Good stuff. 10 and 10. Don't allow that band to pull you back. You're controlling it out and in. Good. And our push-ups. We have another set of push-ups here. Yeah, we have tricep push-ups, so. Oh, yeah. All righty. One more set here, and then we're into our flat presses. And you're gonna see the number 6 there, meaning heavy, all right? Relative to how you feel today. And it's kind of at a point where you can handle, like you can kind of experiment with a heavier weight because we're good and warmed up and we're not too tired. It's not at the end of a workout. So keep all those little factors in mind. Oh, good workout always brings you back to earth, right? Challenge, it's right here. That's the one you have to focus on. Here we go. That's it for the band, I believe, okay? So here we go with our last set of push-ups. And 10. Very good. Here we go. This is in the meat and the potatoes of the workout now. Chest press. It's a good solid movement, a really safe movement. It's one that you could experiment with a little bit more weight, with control, and see how you're progressing with these numbers. Alrighty. What is this? Oh, I just said it. 6, and then tricep dips. 15, that's gonna be tough. That's okay. Endurance, we're in it. Nice stretch if you need, and then bring it in. Six. I'm gonna go for 10 and really make this a nice warm up. And then I'm gonna pick up my heavier weights for my next 3 sets, okay? That's fair enough. Tricep dips. Want to keep those arms fairly close underneath your shoulder, especially. No, there's no especially. Always keep a real safe, stable shoulder, okay? And that is by keeping your hands close and your bum not too far out, okay? So you're just going to skim that and whoa, that is a very good, gives us a very good picture of where our shoulders are at today. So trust it. If it's feeling a little wonky, pull back a bit. If this is way too much, go right into tricep kickbacks or tricep overhead press, or use the band for an overhead press. That's another nice option. You always got options. Okay, here we go. We're We're gonna move some mountains today. Let's do this. Bang. Six. And 15. Yeah, we're getting into it now. This is good. Once that blood flows and the endorphins start flying around, we can tackle the world. I think that's 15. It feels like the burn of a 15 rep set. If you need, and I would suggest, these muscles, the triceps, are hugely involved in your presses. So give yourself a good recovery. Come back at your big weights, big weights relative to how you feel today. And 6 reps, third set. Whoa, those guys are almost as heavy as I am. Can throw you around. Alrighty, 15 reps. Or what you can take, maximum, okay? Maximum, up to 15. Eleven. Woo! 7. Just a moment's silence for our burning muscles. Last set coming up. Flat press. We're gonna go to a fly here too. And that fly is a heavy rep set too. So relative to a press, you're usually going lighter in weight for the fly movement. It's just the way it is. Oh my goodness. Oops, that wasn't gonna go up. There we go. Whoa, that last one was totally fueled by Easter candy. Sugar is good. It's just not every day. Oh my gosh, how much fun was Easter? I mean, even seeing the kids over the portal doing their Easter egg hunts and come on. Oh. That last little bit there, last set, feeling really tired. I want to push through, but then I notice I'm snapping at my elbows. You want to push through, you want to push your limits, but you don't want to do it by snapping and, falling out of good form, right? 6, flat fly. Alrighty. And then the seated Y raise, slight, what does it say? Oh, I wanted to slightly lean forward for those Y raises. It just brings an added dimension to that shoulder work, okay? And then overhead tricep extension. All right, so let's get on that. I'm gonna take real light weights there for my Ys. Overhead tricep extension. Probably gonna be able to use the same weight as my fly. That's my plan anyways, we'll see how it goes. 6, dumbbell flat fly. Now you'll see that these seated Y raise is 6 as well. Keep them in really good form, go through the whole movement, okay? And with a little acknowledgement at the top. So here's your Y. And I'm acknowledging that top movement where acknowledging means I really think and feel the contraction. Bringing it forward makes it a little more difficult, and that's why we're doing 6 of them well. Nice, feels good. And 10 tricep extension, overhead. Whoa. Whoa, a lot of tension building up between those 3 exercises. Shake it off. We've only got, did we need to do 4 flat bench press? Did I do 4? I don't know. I really wanted to. But anyways, if we did not, don't worry about it. Yeah, at that bottom we have the iso hold dumbbell press. We'll make up for it. All right. Flies. Six and 10. That. Tricep. Overhead extension. Those elbows totally bent there. They seem straight and locked out here, but they are not. I'm finishing my movement in my tricep, in the muscle group. So there's a deep contraction, and that's where I finish it. I didn't really finish that last one. I'm gonna have to really be careful with my last set. I might have to double think the weight I'm carrying. I hate doing that. Ego gets in the way and then you get injured. We all know where that path leads us. Let's not get injured. Ego's out. Last set of flies. Ooh, those triceps next are gonna burn like little buggers. Let's go. Don't look too far ahead. Why? Slight lean forward, stay up tall. Keep those abs, the whole core engaged. Watch your shoulders here, that tension that builds. Hard to, avoid it. Grab it the same way. I might go 8 to 10 reps. Just strategy ahead of time, so your brain doesn't say, oh my God, emergency, emergency, abort mission, and then rip something, okay? So you just know at this point the range. Much better set. So I find that it's kind of interesting to watch is that when I have that forethought of putting more strategy into my each set, that the attention brings more power to that area, more, I don't know, just awareness for the movement. So usually when you can focus in and you're pretty much at your end, you can get a couple more good sets out. I'm just wasting time here. Okay. Tricep push up. So that's where your hands are close. You could also do diamond. What are the other ones? Even just a clamp there. Takes a little more work of your chest out and puts it into those triceps. So that's that story. All right, let's go ahead. And then the kickbacks, I don't know, it's 12 rep set. And you're pretty fatigued at this point, so, just be aware. I'm gonna try one. Float. Yeah, started to feel the sway in the low back, feel the shoulder talking to me like, don't push this too much. So it's all information that you have to use. Kickbacks. And 12. Again, the snap. Always back to the snap. all right? It's not fully lengthened so that our elbow locks. It's fully lengthened to a point that muscle is fully contracted. Time out. We're going right back at that same small muscle group. So I would take the rest. You could stretch at this point. You could breathe. All right, modified movement, up on the bench, elevated. You know, with any exercise you say you're bad at, you've got to do it bad. You've got to do it poorly at first, with safety and smart, right? That way your brain can start trying to get an understanding of what you're trying to make it do, all right? So push yourself through with wisdom and awareness. Yeah, it liked me then. It was saying, okay, Karen, this is better. I'll do this for you. It's always talking to you. It's always talking to you. It's either going to, it's going to give you feedback. If what you're doing is right or wrong, or, you know, if it needs a little time, a little rest, a little food. Just looking at the time, we've got doing this one in good time because we just have that, it's called a ladder. It's a descending set of iso holds, 10 on one side, 10 on the other, 9, 9, 8, 8. We usually have to rest around the 5, 6 range. It might be earlier. That's it. We got one more, and then into the iso holds. I'm going to use moderate weight, just nowhere near as heavy as I've been going. Because if you figure 10 sets, there's a lot of reps coming up. All right, tricep push up. You know, the option here would be, even when I was saying you need to rehearse and kind of give your body a heads up in your brain about what you want to do. That's when these positions are important. Your brain will gather information about the movement, about the safety of the movement, about the stability, and it'll call in other muscles to help. And then you can gradually slide back into a longer lever, right? And make it more difficult. Nice. Whoa, we're on the home stretch. I love that home stretch. And 12. Now, oops. This is it. We have pre-exhausted everything. Triceps are kind of spent. Chest has already been worked. It's good and warmed up. We're going to work endurance. We're putting a lot of reps in right now. That lactic acid builds up. Before you lose power and strength, you're going to feel that come into play. Just ease off the movement for a second or two. It clears and you're back into it, okay? And then the witch's brew always helps. There we go. Good thing I have 3 dozen of these white wife beaters. Are we ready? All right, see you at the other side. Iso hold means that's down here, alternating on one side. 10, holding the iso, 10 on the other side. And 9s. And 9. Oh, I feel a rest coming on for me. Remember that there is no rest while you're doing that because the iso hold is working as well. Both sides are working. Go back, I'm going into my 8s. I don't know where you are. Keep track. Keep the faith. Eight and 8. Sevens. Wow, it's worse than I thought. You know, going lighter though wouldn't help. I think you would snap a little bit more. So it does have to be a challenging weight. I think you just got to take a few more rests. I did 10 and 9 and then 8 and 7, so I'm on 6s. Fives. At any point here, you might call it a day. We've done a great job. Beautiful. You know, the more rest I have to take in this, the more I realize a good job I've done previous to this. I've worked it hard, and I've got nothing left over the tank. And I'm going to use my head at this last finisher set. It's just to burn you out, limber you up, make you cry. A good cry. So I'm on 4s, and I'm going to try all of them. I don't know. One and one. My body didn't want to do it. But we persevered. Deep breath. It was awesome, you guys. That's just what we needed today. A really good, thoughtful, organized, not too frantic workout. Brings you back to center. You're important. Alrighty, see you tomorrow for cardio. I just wrote it last night, but in all the hullabaloo going on, I can't remember what it was. I think maybe AMRAPs or EMOMs. It looks interesting. I remember it being interesting. I will talk to you tomorrow. Have a good day, you guys.